Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Natasha Makes. It is a Tuesday. It is Textile Tuesday, and we are bringing you the most beautiful textiles you could possibly hope to imagine. Something a little bit different for you. We know that for the last year, we have been bringing you the most incredible waxed fabrics. However, what we haven't been able to find are fabrics that complement those to the extent that they can be used to make bags and things like that and really give a feature. So we've used the waxes beautifully but plainly. So now is time to get yourself a little bit of waterproof fabric. So these are waterproof panels. They're brand new here with us today. They're $5.99 each. These are printed to order. They'll take a couple of days, so we'll put anything that you order today, we'll put the order in tomorrow. They'll be with us in the next few days. So that's how these are going to work. And they are very, 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 very beautiful. So if you are in love with these as I am, then get those orders in because we won't have them just readily available. It is a matter of we'll put today's orders in tomorrow, and that will be that. So they are incredibly beautiful. They're all on the website, aren't they, Gemma?
They most certainly are. Yes, good morning.
Yes, they are. So today what we have for you, let me show you, is I've got just the easiest tote bag for you today. So these are the penguins. They're rather lovely. And if you've already, over the weekend, I know a load of you took advantage of the hummingbird offer that we had, and you will have, so those orders are already in. So they are busily being printed as we speak, and they should be with us by the end of the week, shouldn't they, Jem?
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, that was what they said. And the denim is all cut, ready to go, so they can then be popped in the post to you. So what I would really recommend with these, this is the simplest tote. So this is a really great place to start with a 1/2 meter of backing and lining fabric. And I've done mine in the same, and I'm going to tell you what I've used in just a moment. But if you want to go for the hummingbird, this was the offer. So if you've got the hummingbird one, then you've got a 1/2 meter of your denim coming your way, and that's how the hummingbird makes up. Absolutely beautiful. And I chose the denim because it just went so beautifully with it, and I've used the webbing that came in the big bundle of the webbing. Now I know that these are, I'm working my way through the orders, please bear with me because I was away for 5 days and I'm just catching up on everything, but I am rattling through those orders. I am rattling.
Oh, you really are?
I really am. Like, I was doing them until nearly 11 o'clock last night, and then this morning rattling through 5 o'clock this morning getting them out. So they will be with you as soon as I can sort myself out. So yeah, here we have, these are the hummingbird ones. We bought a few extra, didn't we, Jen? But it's only like 3 or 4 extra.
Literally, yeah, we have 3 more to go, and that's it. So that is your last chance to buy on those, guys.
But that will make your bag for $9.99. You've got your 1/2 meter of denim and your incredible panel. I just think these are beautiful. And you should see the ones that I've got tomorrow as well. So we're just staggering it so that we know that, you know, we can order and fulfill well. These are the penguins. I love this one. How beautiful is this?
Adorable.
Now, let's talk the insides and the outsides, because we've done a little deal for you. The reason that we've split today's ones and tomorrow's ones, so we've got panels again tomorrow but completely different designs, is that I wanted to bring you different backings and different colours. So what I would really recommend with these are one of 2 things, and I put one of them on a special offer for you. So this one here is your tumbled. Now your tumbled, these are both waterproof ones that I'm recommending for today. The tumbled has got the grey on one side and the black on the other, and that is what I've used with my penguin. Now I have got these pre-cut into 1/2 meter pieces ready to go when these panels come in for you. They are all pre-cut, so we know exactly how many we've got to offer you, and we've taken them down to what, $6.99?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. Just today.
Just today, so that you can get You're incredible. And look, I've used that on the inside and the outside of mine, so that this is fully waterproofed. The waxes that I have, well, they're technical fabrics rather than waxes. The waxes that I'm just going to call them waxes. The waxes that I have offered up for you today are not waxy. They do not have a waxy handle on them, so they are absolutely perfect for the insides and the outsides of your bags. So this is the tumbled, and then the other one that I would really recommend is the bush wax, which has got a firmer feel to it. By the way, if you sometimes there'll have been a waxier wax on the desk, and you might just have a little bit of wax on your fabric. Just give it a wipe, it'll come off. But it's just what's been on the desk. Especially with the black, it does tend to pick up everything that's on the desk. This is your bush wax. Now this is still by the metre, but then you'd get 2 of those, wouldn't you, per bag. And then this one is at a special price of £6.99, so you've got a little discount on there, ready to go. 1 of those per bag, and away you go. That's all right, isn't it? And I think,
pretty good.
For the quality of the fabric that you are getting, it's an amazing deal, because that should be £22.50 a half metre, not £6.99. Okay.
It's bonkers when you say it like that, Tash.
I know, because we did the denim, but denim is so much cheaper than marble wax.
Of course.
It just is. So, yeah. It depends. You could do all of these with denim and they would look amazing. So it's entirely up to you. You could do these with, if you're looking for the most cost-effective way, and these will go better with tomorrow's ones, with calico.
Yeah.
Also beautiful. I will keep recommending different waxes as we go, but I know a lot of you are sitting on a lot of waxes. I know you are, because I've packed them. It's as simple as that.
You have.
I've packed them, so I know. And good for you. Quite frankly, good for you. Because they have been amazing value. Just amazing value. So we've got Mr. Fox. Mr. Fox here today. And then, let me show you the cow as well. I know that we love a Highland coo. Look at him. You see, he goes really well with the black as well. So all of these I've pulled. The other thing, when we get through them... Now, you see this one, this gentleman here, if you bought that pinstripe wax, do you know the one that didn't have the full wax,
yes,
the full pinstripe going through, and we sold it for £5 a metre?
Ridiculous.
The non-printed side was absolutely perfect. And
yes,
it's this green in the background here. So you would be crazy not to use that. Absolutely crazy. Having said that, our pumpkin as well and our browns also work beautifully here too. So, and again, this one has got a green. This is a really deep bottle green finish. In fact, let me go and find a half metre of that stuff. Bear with me, caller.
Well, it's always nice when we can see these things together.
Yeah,
Natasha, we are down to the last one on that hummingbird bundle.
Cool.
So if you have it in your basket, please do bear in mind that it's not safe until you've checked it out. That's not me dramatising, but there'll be more than one of you with it in basket, and whoever checks it out first gets it. We don't want any little fights.
Yeah. So this was the green, and it's obviously got like a dye resist sprinkled through it, but it wasn't a continuous one. So we weren't happy to sell that at the full price, which isn't even the full price. But if you look on the other side, it is absolutely perfect. So what I would recommend for those of you that bought acres and acres and acres of the stuff, just look how well that goes. And with that one as well. Like, they work really, really, really beautifully. I think this is stunning. It reminds me of a photographer called Tim Flash, which I still to this day maintain is the best name for a photographer ever. And Eric, my Great Dane, my old Great Dane, and I, we did a photo shoot with him down in Hoxton Square years and years and years ago. Gosh, over a decade ago, because I was pregnant with Freddie. And I just remember here. Oh, I'll just tell you the story and then we can focus on these afterwards. I'm pretty sure I've told you this before. So I'm 4.5 months pregnant with Freddie, and we were living in Cornwall, and I got the train up to London with Eric, my big 12-stone Great Dane, all the way up to Hoxton Square, so posh part of London. It's trendy, isn't it? It's trendy posh.
Yeah.
And yeah. So we're in this little photographic studio, and he's done fair play. Absolute fair play to Tim Flash. He'd done his this was going to be for pedigree, for the pedigree large breed dog feed. They do their marketing 10 years in advance, their photos 10 years in advance for their marketing, and this was to be for the large breed dog food, and Eric was to be the face of it. Brilliant.
Amazing.
But they'd got another Great Dane, so he knew that Great Danes generally only had a focus of about 20 minutes, so he'd work 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off. He knew exactly what he wanted in his mind's eye, exactly how it wanted to be. So Eric did his little bit, and he's like, right, 20 minutes is up, next dog in. This other dog had travelled from Wales, was having none of it. She was exhausted. She'd been, she was like, no, she just refused. Whereas Eric loved his work. He'd done loads of film work, loads of modelling. He was trained to a mark. Now, whenever you see dogs in film, they're always trained to a mark. Because when the cameras are rolling, they're trained in two ways: verbal commands, hand signals, and also onto the mark as well. So for Eric, like really, really well trained dogs will have a tiny little mark, and they know just to go to that mark and go directly onto that mark. Because when you rehearse a scene on a film or anything like that, everybody needs to know exactly where they're going to be.
Of course,
and so the mark is really important to make sure that dog goes exactly to that spot. So Eric's mark was a massive piece of wood. Like this is Eric's marker. But when he saw his marker come out, he just knew he was going to work, and he was always so excited. So I've travelled up to London with his suitcase, nothing for me, with his suitcase and his marker and everything else. Dragged it through London, pregnant. Great, get there. Anyway, this other dog refuses, point blank, to do anything. I mean, like, anything other than lie on the floor. Just, no. That's it. So he looks at me and he said, do you think Eric can, do you think he can come and do a little bit more work? Again, does he need a break? I'm like, this dog will work all day for you. Like, he's not your typical Great Dane.
He was a good boy.
He was a really good boy. He was quite high energy for a Dane. He was a Harlequin, and they generally are more long-lived and a bit more hard-wearing than the fawns and the brindles and the sort of the brownie-coloured ones. The black and whites and the mantles, they tend to be, and the Harlequins tend to be slightly more long-lived, apparently. Who knew? So we're there, and everything's going well, and we've worked out exactly where Eric's paws need to be and what angle, and then he looks at me and he just says, the thing is, Tash, I just need more tongue.
Oh, right.
Okay. And I could turn the heating up, and that would be fine. But what if I get too much tongue?
Oh, for crying out loud. Things you never thought you'd hear.
This is clearly a problem for you, Tim, having too much tongue. And I just looked at him and I just went, you want me to run up and down Hoxton High Street with him, don't you? Oh, would you?
At which point you're thinking, is he taking the mick?
So I've got my bump sort of secured under one arm, Eric in the other, and they just let me out the door. And I'm just running up and down Hoxton High Street, getting really weird looks, because I'm in a maternity dress with a Great Dane, sort of running up and down, looking ridiculous. And then we come in, we have to knock on the door, because obviously security, they've shut it all. Knock on the door and they let us in, so we disappear into this door on Hoxton High Street. And he's like, oh yeah, no, oh great, we've got some, not quite enough tongue. Okay, great. Out again, back in. And this is how it went until Tim Flash got the right amount of tongue. But he does, the point of the story is he does the most incredible shots with insects and just action shots. So Flash, I think it's FLASCH maybe.
Okay.
But check him out and just check out the images because they are stunning. Stunning. And this is what it reminds me of anyway. So there we go. That was a very long-winded story to get in the end to where we are. These are waterproof canvas, by the way. Yeah, I know, well done me. There we go. This also goes really, really well with that green wax as well. Bottle green wax. Because we didn't get any other bottle green waxes. So the only way for you to have had the bottle green is to use it the wrong way up.
Yes.
Perfectly.
Which is fine.
Yeah. No one's going to know. No one's going to know. I love this form.
To be fair, on your non-patterned waxes, do we even know which is the right side and the wrong side half the time?
Oh, no, never. Absolutely never. I tell you what also look nice, and actually the browns look really nice with these as well. So if you've got any of our brown waxes, it's just going to give a really different feel to these. And then look at this one. This one I would do with denim. Absolutely. Oh, you can be quiet.
Natasha, we have had a question about the composition of these. They are, according to the supplier's website, a 100% polyester PU coated waterproof canvas.
Yeah,
panel.
they are a waterproof
It's really
one.
strong.
Which what? Sorry.
They're nice and strong, being a polyester as well.
Yeah. Absolutely, and wipe downable.
Yeah.
You know, this is the really nice thing about it. So it's going to work really well with your wax. I think this one is stunning. And just if you did that with the black,
Gorgeous.
Oh yeah, so we've got some more of the bugs. Buggity bugs. Look at that.
Yeah, don't get playing around with that word.
I know.
It's
Sorry.
Getting on for 5 years since you last did that, and I had to rein you in, and then you had the fit of the giggles and couldn't stop.
Sorry.
Natasha's got a habit of putting an ERY on things, saying we love a bit of, and then quoting a word and adding an ERY on the end. And I'm just going to say that does not work with the word bug. So when we saw that 5 years ago, she lost it, full on lost it, when I had to rein her in because she hadn't noticed she'd done it. At which point she was mortified. So yeah, let's not go there again, please.
No. Do you know what I would really like with the bugs?
They're like moths and we've got, and I love, there's a moth and a beetle, and yet the word bug will always come out of your mouth.
I know. I've lost him. I've lost the other one. What I would really like to do with these, because we're not just going to bring these for we can get these done in velvet as well.
Beautiful.
Imagine these as cushions.
Stunning.
Wouldn't they be amazing? But equally as bags. Guys, if you are making to sell, by the way. I know.
Tash, can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
There's lots of questions flying around today. The green stripy wax, that has all gone now, hasn't it? I want to say it has.
I believe so, certainly. So we
can check after.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a at the weekend because in that storm we sprung a leak in the warehouse. So I've had to rearrange the entire warehouse because I wasn't busy enough. So yeah, I've had to rearrange the whole warehouse. In doing so, I moved some of the waxes, and certainly there wasn't any there.
Okay.
Now, if there is any more, it'll be a 50-metre roll in the barn. So it's
Brilliant.
feast or famine.
So it'll be all or nothing.
Yeah.
All or nothing. Yeah, perfect.
I think because we had a lot of this, we had like 150 metres of it, and I think it has all gone.
Okay.
But I will double check that. Any of your browns, by the way, your brown waxes, you will find in the background here. It's so beautiful. But if you wanted to just go with a black wax, that is perfect. This is what the black waxes are just perfect for. By the way, can we just decide which one we're going to demo with today?
Oh,
Look at the puffin. Isn't he rather wonderful? And then Squirrel Nutkins. Now he looks great with that. He also looks amazing with the pumpkin coloured wax, by the way, as well. He looks really great. In fact, let me grab the pumpkin wax. And you'll do this on all four ends of your hand. And you'll do this on all four ends of your handle so that you know they're not going to go. I'm wondering why I can't go fast, but the speed button on my machine has been knocked when it's been in the car. And I'm on a little enforced go slow by the machine. Like, what is happening here? But that does make me think, Josh, this is the sort of thing that Emily and Lucy, our kids, could very easily make. Because it's all straight stitching. There is nothing difficult in this at all.
I like the way you say Emily and Lucy can make it. Maybe not me.
Look, if you want to, I know that you've got your eye on one of the mushroom patterns and prints that we've got. You could give it a go. It would all be fine. It will all be fine. Right, let's move this camera. I'm sorry about the joltiness. What can I say? Josh, do we know what's happening?
Not specifically.
No, excellent. Good day.
But we'll figure it out.
We'll work it out. So then, one with your handle, and then one without a handle, right sides together, and we're just going to stitch across there. I'm going to try and keep an angle like this where I don't have to, whoops, there you go, I was going to say move you too much and then I drop you completely.
You are back on YouTube.
Oh, am I? Oh, hi YouTubers. Right, okay. How am I going to do that then? Right. Back on YouTube. Right, well, I mean, people may or may not have seen stuff. I'm just going to keep going live anyway. Josh, how do I change that camera angle to actually be on?
Press camera number 2.
There we go. So, oh, that makes life really tricky, doesn't it? So, I will now operate numerous cameras for numerous things. Whilst, I mean, I'm surprised I'm not recording it at the same time. Why not throw that one into the mix? Okay, so let's just sew across there. We will do exactly the same here. Now, let's just make something really, really, really clear here. Okay. Where your handles are, you are going to want to make sure that the top of your design is at the top. Okay. That's pretty clear, but I know that there will be someone, probably me, at some point that will just not do that. Just not do that. And away we go. Here we go. Okay. So next we will open these out. Okay, and go right sides together. Now, this is the same fabric either side, and my handle is right in the middle, so it absolutely doesn't matter at this point which goes where. But right sides together, and then I would just clip at these corners. If you want to, I would send one seam one way, one seam the other, so that they just nest nicely, and then clip those in place there. and then again nest nicely there. And then when you sew around, remember this is a beginner make, when you sew all the way around, we're going to leave a turning through gap somewhere in the lining half. Okay, when you sew around, if you are just starting, okay, if you are just starting, then I would sew across the base there and then sew down the sides. And then if there's any inconsistency, if one of your seams is bigger or smaller or anything here, we'll only find out at the bottom base, and that's not the end of the world. So we're sort of we're hoping for the best. We're planning for the best possible outcome. So let's move this to here. Whoa! It keeps coming off my magnetic-y thing. Zoom you lot in. Can I zoom in on this? Surely I can zoom in on this. Can I zoom in on this? Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. Perfect. And you lot, let's switch you across to here on YouTube. There we go. We've got this. We're doing this. This is all good. But also, if you've got those, you can clip. I would clip rather than pin with the waterproof fabrics. For sure. If you want to have a bigger than 1/4 inch seam allowance, then do. Just be consistent. But if you are worried that things aren't entirely equal or anything like that, then I would just sew across the base, guys. As long as you end up sewing all the way around at some point, then you're good. Let's put that foot down, that's going to help. If you want to use a magnetic seam guide, they're an option for you here as well, just keeping you nice and straight. This is all straight line sewing, all of it, all of it, all of it. Do do do. And again, if you can't eyeball 1/4 inch, don't panic about it. Just sew all the way off the edge, go forward and back so that that stitch is secured. Now I'm just going to go down that long side again on the other side. We don't always think about how we can sew for the best possible outcome. Sometimes we just go for it and then go, oh dear, whoops. Now what you can see is that on my base I've got a little bit that's gone a bit longer than the other, and this is what I mean. It's okay when that happens. So here you've got two options. You can either just choose to cry, well, three options really, haven't you? You could cry and go, this is terrible, or what you can do is either trim that off or just sew a wider seam allowance along there, which is what I'm going to opt for now, because also you can get away with it with a lining, always. Ooh. Let's just rethread. And it will make your turning through gap easier. Like, there are lots of good points if this happens for you as well. So as a beginner, don't panic. I know we always want things to be absolutely perfect. Forwards and backs, just securing that stitch. Let's leave a turning through gap there. Now, what we're going to want to do is snip these corners. So we're taking out any excess fabric in those corners. That's absolutely fine. And then we're going to turn it through. And again, as ever, I'm going to try and get to the furthest point. And pull that through. Let me see if I can just bring that back a little bit. Sorry guys, bear with me whilst I just try and angle everyone in the best possible way. So let's get right up into those corners. If you want to use a poker tool, you can. And there we go. And then up here, up in the corner of our lining. Now I've used waterproof fabrics all through. As I keep saying, you don't have to. You could use just a normal cotton lining. Just make sure that everything is cut. Your outer and your lining fabrics cut to the same size, and then you will be absolutely fine. Our turning through gap is here. And these waxed fabrics are great because you can just finger press. Do. And take that to your machine and just top stitch down. It does the job. An absolute treat. There we go. Okay, and so then once we've done that, all we're going to do is then turn it through the right way. So oh no, never show the children where the slider is, Lo. That's a terrible mistake. Absolutely terrible mistake. But I tell you what, these make great bags for kids. Wet school shoes seem to be the thing at the moment. Rugby boots, stuff like that. These bags, absolutely perfect. Now, what I would say is sew around the top. We're going to top stitch around the top, and all you need to do is take that seam up onto the top, and you can give your handles a little tug just to find where that top seam is. That's going to really help there, because I wouldn't apply too much heat on these. I've not tried it, to be honest. The wax will take it, but obviously if it's got wax, the wax will melt. These aren't wax fabrics, they're technical fabrics, they will take some heat, but if you just, the beautiful thing is that they will finger press really nicely. And then we're just going to sew around the top there. Here we go. And then that is your bag done, by the way. How quick and easy is that? With all the tech failings in the world, we still get them done. Tomorrow we will look in more detail at sort of the next level up. I mean, this is absolutely perfect for any bag, but if you want to go next level up, tell me what you would like. Would you like a zip tote, or would you like one with box bottoms? What would you like? And I shall design it for you later. And I will bring you some other designs tomorrow, because these are just absolutely beautiful. And we love them very, very much. Now obviously you've got your seam allowance as you're top stitching round. If your machine isn't going to go through a few extra layers, just do a wider top stitch around the top so that you don't catch all of that. Don't make life difficult for yourself. Don't make life easy for yourself. No, that's not the one. Don't make it difficult for yourself. That, ladies and gents, is it done. Like really, how simple was that? So when I say it's a quick, easy make, if you are making to sell, these are brilliant. These have got to sell for £20 plus, surely, surely to goodness. And that's it. That is it. And I think that he looks fabulous. This is your beginner starter. This is your starting point on your tote. And then we'll ramp it up. So let me know what style of tote you would then like, and we'll see what we can do for you from there. There you go. Look at that. He's just gorgeous. I love these. I absolutely adore these. Look at your penguins. I want to find my lion. I'm gutted I can't find my lion. There's your penguin. I would imagine by now that the last of the hummingbirds with the denim have gone, but you can still buy the denim if you want to back any of these in the denim, then do. Yeah. And if you've got your green waxes, then they're going to work. So many of these have got the green in there as well. So best thing is get your order in, get the ones that you want. Like I say, we'll close these off tomorrow, so that's the ordering then for these done. Thank you so much for bearing with me today. I'm so sorry that it's been technically such an absolute pain once again. Like I say, I can't do anything about it until people more technical than me come and sort it out. Let me just see if I can get a better angle for you there. There's your penguins, there's your puffins, all made with this fab waterproof fabric. There we go. Great gifts, happy Christmas, teacher gifts, doesn't break the bank. So there we go guys, we'll be back tomorrow. I am so sorry about the tech issues, but thank you so much for bearing with us. Yeah, just thank you really. And I'm going to go and fulfill some more of your orders so that you get your lovely things, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, lots of love, bye bye.